What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? What's up, my family? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys again today. See how many people are kind of hanging out. Quite a few people. I like it. I dig it. Looking good. How's everybody doing? Quick shout out before we get started, guys, to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet, guys. Not your keys, not your coins. They got a great DAG promotion going on right now. They've been telling me about it. They've been telling me to tell you guys. Earn DAG as you hold. You can also stake over there. So if you want some Constellation, you want to get some more DAG, guys, take part in the special promotion. Simply use my link down below. Get a fantastic, it's like 30% off or something. Plus, they have like a 2-for deal on the biometric wallets. The cards are only like $5 or something like that, guys. So definitely worth having. Not your keys, not your coins. Check it out. Use our link down below, my guys. Jay Money, what's up, guys? Good to see you, man. What's up, fam? Pumped about my one-on-one with you later today, Rob. Thank you for everything. Hey, Bulbasaur in the house. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Blaz in the house. What's going on? Tars AI is doing a 30 million token buyback, which is worth almost $3 million. Nice. There you go. There you go. I want it to stay down, though. I want it to stay down a little longer. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. WF Capital in the house. Paul, chilling. What's up, buddy? Joy, hey, Rob, and Patreon family. Hope everyone is well. Thank you, Rob, for all you do in your channel and your page on your Patreon. You're the best. Everyone hit the likes for the best content. Thank you, Joy. Absolutely. I agree. I appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. 85. What's up, man? Is Solana still a good buy? Let's have a look at Solana. I haven't looked at Solana in a long time. What is the current value of Solana? If I could find it. There it is. $176. 256. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Solana. Solana has been a top performer in this bull run, but if I was gonna buy Solana for an investment purpose, like for accumulation, I wouldn't be buying it right now. I'd be buying it at the bottom of the bear market next year. That's when I would be buying it. So yeah, I mean, it's a good buy, but you're probably only maybe going to 2x your money on it right now. So I guess it's a matter of perspective, right? How much do you want to make? Hey, Rob, hope you're all good. What do you think about the double top forming on Bitcoin? I think that's BS. It's BS. It's not going to happen. $109,000 is not the top for Bitcoin, right? That's just a fear that inexperienced traders point out, right? They point out a double top on a chart. Let's go look at it, right? You could say this was a double top right here, right? You could say this was a double top, right? So no, it's not a double top, not at all, in my opinion. This double top did kind of play out, and we came down here, right? So that kind of, this double top right here came down, boom, and here we go, right? So yeah, that double top already played out. So anyone saying that this and this is a double top, this double top already played out, which invalidates this as a triple top, right? Like this, what I would say about it is inexperienced traders are going to look at this and say double top because it's easy. It's easy to say that and make a video about it, right? But I don't know. It's not a double top playing out, in my opinion. We've got a nice setup here on the bull flag, getting ready for a breakout. Probably not till next week, but yeah, that's the way I see it. Nick, what's up, buddy? What's your definition of DCA as far as how often should I be daily, weekly, or just each drop? I'd make a schedule. It depends, right? I mean, if you're doing smaller amounts, doing it maybe every other day is not a bad idea. Some people do it twice a week. Some people do it once a week on the same day. The point is to create a schedule and stick to it regardless of the price, right? And then some people will put in extra on the red, super red days, right? So Parallel Life, what's going on, man? 1 week till dry powder. Nice, nice, nice. Jeff, thank you so much for the super sticker, my friend. First super sticker, first super chat of the day. Greatly, greatly appreciated, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Where are we? Zebek is playing with us. It needs to get above 202 and hold there as support. I mean, it's every guys. Like I really don't understand the impatience of people and the like what the hell is going on? Why are some people getting worried all of a sudden? I don't understand. How can the market go up from 74,000 to 103,000 and someone can be bearish? I don't understand, right? Maybe it's just experience. I've been here so long that just doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know what to say, man. I mean, there's nothing to be bearish about is all I can really say. I mean, the fact that we're consolidating in a bull flag right now on Bitcoin, getting ready to head up to $112,000 to $114,000. The fact that we have tariffs kind of coming to a close here. We have a pause on the U.S.-China ones, which definitely will be resolved before 3 months is up. The fact that we're coming up on the fall, right, which is between 515 and 525 days from the Bitcoin halving, is the top of the cycle, and we're coming up on that in the next 5 months. The fact that the M2 money supply correlation is stronger than ever on Bitcoin, and it's going up and up and up, I really don't understand how anyone could be bearish. I don't. Like, what more do you need to be spoon-fed to be bullish? At some point, you're just manifesting negative emotions inside yourself to be bearish for the sake of being bearish, because there's nothing. There's not even a hint. The economy, like the markets have been doing so good for weeks now, for over a month. China has started quantitative easing. The Fed has started buying bonds and adding securities to their balance sheets. What are you bearish about? What is the metric that's making you bearish? I don't understand, right? Guys, hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. Doesn't cost you a single solitary thing. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it helps the channel grow. So go ahead and help us out. Go ahead and help us out. That would be fantastic. The Patreon is the place to be. If you're not there, you're missing out. A big shout out to Rob and the community. Thank you for all your help and guidance. Hey, no problem, man. Absolutely. Yes, guys, you're missing out. We got 8 different chat rooms over there that are always buzzing. Everyone's always chatting, joking around, helping each other, educating each other. Man, like we dropped 3 micro cap gems last week. We're dropping 2 more this week, and the week's almost half over, guys. So you're going to want to keep an eye out for these gems. Get in early on them, guys. Get over to the Patreon. The link is in the chat. Beebs, what's up, my dude? Good to see you, brother. Leverage traders up 16 billion liquidations if it wicks to 90K. Yeah, we're not wicking to 90K. We're definitely not wicking down all the way down to 90K, in my opinion. We're not dropping below 100K, in my opinion. If we did, the lowest I think we'd go is that $98,000 retest where we had that $1.2 billion sell wall. If we look at Bitcoin right now, if we get up to about 106,000, let's get to 106,000 even. So 106,000, you'd have $2 billion, $2.5 billion, $2.05 billion in liquidations in shorts. And on the long side, if we drop down to 100,000, 100,800, you'd have 1.67 billion across exchanges. So, I mean, I could see some market turbulence where we do a long squeeze and then a short squeeze, or a short squeeze and then a long squeeze. But I really don't think we're dropping below $100,000 to 90, especially not all the way down to 90. We would have to drop down below so many support levels to hit $90,000 that held up very, very strong. Something terrible would have to happen on a macroeconomic scale for us to wick all the way back down to $90,000. But let's go look at the Ethereum chart because it's relevant to the altcoin. Look at the shorts on Ethereum, guys. Look at that, $2.1 billion. If Ethereum goes up to 2785, 2.09 to 2.10 billion dollars in shorts will get liquidated, and all like not much longs at all. If it dropped down to around 24.9, you'd have about 580 million. But there's a lot of leverage, a lot of liquidity up here on Ethereum for potential short squeeze. So you could see a short squeeze up, even if it only goes up to about 27.5, right? You're still looking at almost $2 billion in liquidations on Ethereum. So looking good, man, looking good. And as Ethereum goes, altcoins will follow, right? Be aware side effects of hitting the like and subscribe button may include swole pecs, natty thighs, and a larger manhood. I like it. I like it. Exactly, Jake the Snake. Carlos, what's up, man? Good to see you. What do you think Jasmy's price? Where do you think Jasmy will be hovering? What price do you see Jasmy hovering at in the bull market? Oh, bear market. 95% down from the high. There's no way to know that. It depends on how high Jasmy goes in the bull run, right? It's going to drop. Jasmy's going to drop about 95% from its high. So wherever it tops, about a 90 to 95% drop to the downside. Azarine, what's up, man? Yo, yo, yo. Over the top. What's up, Rob and Patreon family? Good to see you, brother. Another local. Morning, Rob. DCA day. Cheap Zebek. There you go. Big C. Good afternoon, Rob and family. What's up, man? Manny's in the house. If it wasn't, if it isn't my favorite crypto enthusiast, so hyped for this run. To be honest, I'm more hyped for the next cycle. Can't wait to start from the ground up with you. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun along the way, man. The next bear market's gonna be, listen, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be, strenuous. It's gonna be, boring at times, but guys, we're going to build a fantastic portfolio together through the next bear market. We're going to have a great time doing it. And the returns that you can see if you do it properly is going to blow your freaking mind. Jam, watching over on X. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. David, what's good, man? Just left the gym. Hit chest. Hope all is having a great day. Yes, I did chest yesterday, brother. I was supposed to do back today, but Wednesday's my son's soccer game, so I probably won't have time to hit the gym today. Lizzie, what's up, buddy? What's up? Good afternoon, all my favorite weirdos. Just wanted to say I love you. I love all of you that you guys that give me the time on the Patreon. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We have a phenomenal community over there, guys. Absolutely. Such helpful people. Everyone's always chatting. Like I said, everyone's always helping each other, joking around, having a good time. Yeah, it's a great. I'm really, really proud of the community that we have built together over on the Patreon, guys. Really, really proud of that community. Far bigger than I ever thought it was going to be, too. Crazy. Beebs, day off today. I got Rob on live going for a swim. There you go, brother. There you go. Let's get it. Milk Money checking in. Hump day. Let's go. Did my comment get deleted? This is the first comment I've seen from you. People are worried because this ancient proverb. It's my money and I need. Nice. Hey Rob, do you think when Jasmy reclaims the local top of 6 cents, we'll go to 10 cents and above? Yes, I do. I love it. Can't wait to see what's to come. We will have to, but I'm super, super bullish short term and for the next 10 years. There you go. Patience is hard to reach and beautiful to possess. Yes, yes, yes. I don't mean to be. No, I know you're not. I was speaking in generalities, not about you specifically. Not about you specifically. I was speaking in generalities, right? I was watching. It just popped up on my YouTube yesterday, late last night. Crypto Banter, one of the biggest channels in crypto, he was on his channel last. So When we were at 74K, he was telling everybody that we were going down further. We're going to like 40. We're going down into a bear market. That's what he was telling people, right? And now he's telling people that the bull run's 80% over. That's what he was telling people. I was like, oh my God, how do you have so many followers? I listen to him from time to time, and every time I listen to Crypto Banter, they're wrong every single time. And I'm just like, how are you wrong this much, yet you have so many subscribers? I don't get it, right? You miss all the time, bro, all the time. Called for a bear market at 74, was wrong. Didn't come on the channel and say, hey guys, I was wrong. Just kept going, right? Just skipped right past it. It's hilarious. Gamma Goddess, there she is. Hope all is well. Let's get this money. Balaclava Man, what's up, man? Good to see you. It's all good. I'm patient fella. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Happy hump day, everyone. Money, 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 money. Money. Seth. Hey, Rob, finally hit one of your live chats. There you go, brother. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Jess, what's going on? Just checking in. Hope you're having a good week. Thanks for keeping us all updated. Looking forward to hearing about those new gems. Absolutely. You think we can see 20 cents? Yes, I do. I commented asking your current thoughts on Forda. I've been DCing it. I love Forda. Very, very bullish on Forda. Security token. It's not a security. It's in the security narrative. Yes, big fan of Forda. Very bullish. It was in the comments. Then it was gone. That's weird. I never deleted it. Still invested in B3. Haven't heard much recently. You gotta, if you want to know what I'm invested in, you gotta be over on the Patreon for that. I swear the only other job where you can be so wrong with predictions, as most of these crypto channels, it's the weather. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Rob, we need to say let's go. Let's go. Absolutely. Yes, next bull run's going to be crazy, especially following your plays and expertise. Absolutely. And we're going to have so much fun doing it, guys. You guys are going to learn as we're building a portfolio together as a community, guys. You're going to learn as we go. You're going to pick things up, like, and you're going to understand how to build a portfolio properly and stuff like that. And you're going to get it. The pieces of the puzzle are going to come together, and you're going to understand it, you know. Go Time. What's up, buddy? Mike, 50 Cent, Jasmine, highly needed. There you go. It's Crypto Pro's the worst. I've never seen his stuff, but I hear he's pretty much bearish on everything. Bruno, what's up, buddy? Thomas, let's go. Absolutely. All right, let's get into some of the news, guys. Let's get into some of the news. Let's kick things off with this here. All right, Coinbase CEO declares that crypto is here to stay. Yes, Coinbase, guys, put on the S&P 500.
Big news for you guys on the S&P 500. Is that going to change your outlook at all, or the impact that Coinbase has?
Well, we're very happy to be included in the S&P 500. It now means that crypto is here to stay. It's going to be a part of everybody's 401k. It's a testament to the hard work of our employees and our investors. And it's a big appreciation to our customers, too, that helped us get to be one of the most trusted companies in America. And so we couldn't be happier.
Thank you so much. That was Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase. Guys, back to you. Big news.
First crypto company on the S&P 500. Let's go. Absolutely, man. Christopher, just got my Decent wallet, about to join the Patreon tonight. Let's go, Christopher. Absolutely, brother. Be awesome to have you over there, man. You're going to love it. You're going to fit right in, brother. Forda win. I wanted to buy ETH at the dip, but no dry powder to do it. FOMO. That's fine. That's okay. I mean, you're going to get better ROI in some other projects anyway. There's a ton of good blue chips you can buy right now on the dip that will get you great returns. You got great ones. You got Chainlink. You got Atom. You got, Cardano. If you're looking at blue chips, HBAR, Algorand, there's some great ones out there. Great ones out there on the dip, on the dippy dip, right? Chips with dip. All right, what else do we got? Bitcoin reclaims 100K as short-term holders shift back to profits. Bitcoin surpassed $99,000 in May. Reports Dark Fost on X. It's quite the name. Bringing short-term holders back into profit. The achievement followed a 2-year volatile cycle that was characterized by extreme price swings and evident behavioral trends among short-term holders. Their return to profit, as indicated by the spent output profit ratio, or SOPR, crossing over the 1.0 signifies a new wave of market momentum. Moreover, SOPR now stands near 1.005, indicating small but consistent profits for recent buyers. The price of Bitcoin increased from $15,000 over $100,000 between January of 2023 and May of 2025. During this time, the short-term holders' SOPR multiples were quite variable. The multiples help determine whether short-term holders are selling in profit or loss. A value above 1.0 is a sign of profitability. When Bitcoin surged to $30,000 in early 2023, short-term holders made money beyond 1.03. SOPR multiples surged. However, volatility reappeared by the middle of 2023. The prices ranged from $25,000 to $30,000. The selling of short-term holders varied between profit and loss. Imagine selling between $25,000 and $30,000 at a loss, and now we have $103,000 Bitcoin. That's got to really be a kick in the old family jewels, eh? Late 2023 sparked a powerful uptrend. Bitcoin broke $40,000 and profit-taking surged. The SOPR's value remained elevated, showing sustained positive sentiment. Early 2024 continued this trajectory, pushing Bitcoin to $70,000. However, the correction forced the short-term holders back into loss selling, initiating a quieter period through mid-2024. By September of 2024, Bitcoin reignited its rally. It surpassed $90,000 and crossed $100,000. Interestingly, short-term holders initially sold in profit, but as price climbed, many shifted to loss selling, likely reflecting poor entry timing or early profit-taking regret. A pullback to $80,000 in early 2025 brought renewed caution, yet May of 2025 shows another turnaround. Short-term holders have re-entered profit territory. This signals a potential continuation of bullish momentum. High SOPR value around the 1.03 often precedes selling pressure, and it also precedes you hitting the like and subscribe button. However, the current level of the 1.005 suggests mild profit taking without much market strain. Hence, the rally might just be heating up. Let's go. Absolutely, man. We're just getting started. Came into the chat a little late. What do we have to close above today for continuation? We're not continuing to the upside today, Mike. We're going to consolidate in a bull flag for the next week. So probably till Monday or Tuesday of next week. Paul, what's up, buddy? Morning, Rob. Can you tell me where I can find the next list for one-on-one bookings? Just shoot me a DM over on the Patreon, and I will add you to the list, my friend. But we have a brand new tier level over on the Patreon as well. If you want more instant access, and you don't want to wait till next month to be able to get on the one-on-one call list, you can upgrade to that tier and you get in far faster. So 3K Sports, what's up, man? Greatest community. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely excited for a one-on-one. There you go. There you go. All right, what else do we have? Oh, Gare Bear. What's he talking about now? Former SEC Chair Gary Gensler was less anti-crypto in private, says ex-congressman. Former SEC Chair Commissioner Gary Gensler struck a far more moderate tone on digital assets behind closed doors than he did in public. According to former House Financial Services Committee Chair Patrick McHenry, speaking on the Crypto in America podcast, McHenry said that during private discussions, Gensler showed an appreciation for the potential of blockchain and digital assets, a stark contrast to his aggressive regulatory posture while leading the SEC. That's because he was being paid to do that. Asked whether Gensler was as hostile in crypto to crypto in private as he was in public, McHenry replied, "No, nope." McHenry recalled that Gensler often referenced his time at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he taught courses on blockchain and digital currencies. He saw the value in digital assets, McHenry said. He understood the technology. Others would work with Gensler during the academic years confirmed the sentiment. Gerald Gallagher, general counsel at SEI Labs, noted that Gensler contributed to the early conceptualization of the token airdrops. Are you kidding me right now? Did I just read that? Gary Gensler contributed to the conceptualization of token airdrops, and then he went after them as a security. You can't make this stuff up. A detail rarely mentioned in his public biography. You don't say. But according to McHenry, that academic curiosity didn't carry over to his role at the SEC. I had this weird, mistaken, stupid belief that he wouldn't be that bad as an SEC chair, McHenry said. And I mean, just the level of dismay. Gensler took over the agency in 2021 and quickly moved to tighten scrutiny on the crypto industry. Under his leadership, the SEC launched over 100 enforcement actions against crypto firms. His approach drew sharp criticism from companies and lawmakers alike, many of whom accused him of overreach. McHenry described conversations with Gensler as often confusing, saying that Gensler would sometimes agree with legal points during meetings, only to contradict himself moments later. He suggested that Gensler's public posture may have been shaped more by political pressure than personal belief. I think it had more to do with Senate politics and confirmation politics than anything else, McHenry said. Gensler stepped down from the SEC in January of 2025 and returned to MIT, where he now teaches courses on fintech and artificial intelligence. Crypto executives remain critical of Gensler's impact. In December of 2024, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said the company would cut ties with law firms employing former SEC officials tied to what he described as an effort to unlawfully kill the crypto industry. So Coinbase is trying to make it as difficult as possible for any lawyer who worked for the SEC to get a job at any firm now that wants to continue being representatives of exchanges and companies like Coinbase. If you employ a lawyer that worked at the SEC during Gary Gensler's tenureship, you will not get any of the business from Coinbase. So I love that stance. I love that stance. These people need to be treated like pariahs at the end of the day. They knew what they were doing. They knew they were being intellectually and legally dishonest, and they need to suffer the consequences. Their careers need to be destroyed as a result, because what they tried to do is destroy the finances of millions and millions of Americans, and they need to pay the consequences for their actions. It wasn't a mistake. They knew what they were doing. Yo, what's up, family? EZ, little late, knocking out push-ups. There you go, man. Gary, what's up, Daddy? Good to see you, buddy. Gensler pushed Algorand when he was teaching. Yeah, he did. He shielded it, and then he attacked them. So, John, blessings, my friend. Go Leafs, go. Absolutely. Gary was such a puppet. 100%. 100%. Amen to that. All right, let's get into a video now, guys. Okay, so we're ready to reintroduce capacity on the trade out of China, says Mrezix Charles Van Vandersteen. Check it out. Check it out. The impacts of the tariffs on China.
Shares are up more than 11%, about 11.7% this week, as investors have new hope that that 90-day tariff pause turns into a real deal. Joining us right now is Maersk's North American president, Charles Vandersteen. And Charles, thanks a lot for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I would say a lot of people feel like they've been put through the paces the last 6 weeks trying to figure out with the tariffs, but your life may have been a little more complicated than most. It's your entire business. What happened from, let's say, April 2nd through yesterday?
I think it's safe to say that the last few weeks since Liberation Day have been volatile, to put it mildly, across the entire industry and across our entire portfolio. So tariffs were introduced, tariffs were changed, tariffs were postponed, and in some cases within just a few days of distance. So we've been working very closely with our customers in that same period to find solutions for their respective supply chains to make sure that we either pause, because most of our customers will pause their supply chain out of China, or redirect to different destinations away from the tariffs that they would be implied with.
So what did that mean for the ships you had on the oceans at that point? Were there stoppages? Were there speeds ahead of Inauguration Day or ahead of April 2nd to try and get things moved through? Like what did it look like on the ground?
If you look at the immediate impact of the Liberation Day tariffs and the weeks afterwards, it's been an impact specifically on the China to US trade.
Which affects how many ships for you?
It's 5% really only of our global network. So we've seen a reduction of approximately 30 to 40% of the flows into the US. So 30 to 40% lower volumes in the course of both April and May. But if you take a step back, you'll realize that that's only 5% of our global network.
Okay.
And if you look at the global network, which of course covers also other trades in and out of the US, including global trades, normal growth has actually continued. Trade has continued. And in some of the trades, you've seen some substitution. So the growth has actually been more robust. So while the impact is big.
It was shifting things around, but it didn't have a huge impact on your bottom line.
No, at this stage, it's not contaminating any of the other trades.
So how did you deal with that, though? I would imagine that ships had to be put on entirely different paths, entirely different transit paths for all of these.
What you would have seen in the industry, it's that approximately 25% of capacity has been taken out of the industry, specifically again on the China to US trade.
Mm-hmm.
Now that comes in different flavors. One would be to simply take vessels out, to take ships out, which would then be redirected to other trades. In our case, we've been able, because of the new network that we've deployed, to not necessarily take ships out, but to swap them simply from a bigger ship to a smaller ship and reduce our capacity as a result. And right now, when we look at the current reprieve, the exact same thing will happen, but in reverse. So we're ready to now swap smaller vessels back to bigger vessels and reintroduce capacity on the trade out of China.
What is the new system that you put, the new network that you put in place, a new technological system that helps you do that?
It's not so much a technological system. It's a modular network that allows us across our 700 vessels across the globe to make sure that whenever disruption occurs, we're able to isolate it in a single location and be much more nimble to then react to that disruption and allow both for our service to remain consistent, in this case, to continue ships every single day from Asia into the US, but simply take smaller vessels and as a result reduce capacity without impacting services.
Smaller capacity because there's just less trade that's going back and forth across?
That 30 to 40%, of course, requires a smaller capacity to serve it.
Is that something that your competitors are doing as well, or is that an advantage over them?
It's a big advantage, I would say. Competitors mostly, or our peers in the market mostly, have taken ships out, blank sailings, as we would call them in our industry, which really roughly means that this week there will be no sailing, but there will be a sailing next week. So the consistency of service gets impacted. The effect is the same. Capacity is taken out of the actual trade.
I would assume the longer that capacity is taken out, the more difficult it becomes, the longer it takes to get it back up and running when there's a restart, just finding the crews, putting them back together?
It's actually not that complicated, but I would argue the main challenge today, as we speak, as the details of the reprieve become more clear, that over the next 90 days, there's clearly going to be pent-up supply that sits in China that needs to be reintroduced to the supply chain and get towards the market here in the US. So to bring capacity back in for vessels that have been redeployed elsewhere will be more difficult. In most cases, those vessels will be waiting for the reprieve and actually are within a few days available again to ship.
I mean, it's kind of amazing if you're looking at your 1-year chart, you're still up 14% over the last year. There was that huge drop off on April 2nd as everyone reacted to the tariffs that were put in place. How do you prepare for any and all of this? Are you still making the same sort of CapEx investments that you would be making in new ships that come years down the road? Does any of that change?
I would say nothing at this stage changes. I think the uncertainty that sits in the market is one that is time-bound. There's an expectation that, of course, within weeks, there will be more clarity. There will be more clarity on both, will the 90-day lead to a permanent deal, not just with China, but with other partners, which means that the uncertainty that today stifles the entire industry, including ourselves, for the bigger long-term decisions will be gone. And as a result, your long-term CapEx decisions will also be reintroduced in the same way as they were before.
I wonder if you can just suggest or explain what's happened with the trade in Southeast Asia. A lot of things have changed since COVID anyway. There have been supply chains that have been shifted and put into other areas, whether it's coming from Vietnam, whether it's coming from India or another country. How have you all seen your trade patterns change, let's say since 2019?
The big change, and you've actually touched upon it, that we've seen over the last 6 to 7 years is really one of recalibration of the supply chain across more origins than just China. Of course, most of our largest ships within the US had big exposure to China prior to 2019. So the main shift, the main macro dynamic that we've seen is indeed Vietnam, it's Cambodia, it's Bangladesh, it's India as a China +1, a China +3, or even 4, to make sure that any risk is mitigated to a larger extent to more origins, and that shift continues.
There have been all sorts of accusations and some proof in some cases that China is stuffing those channels, sending things to China and then passing them back on through. That's part of the reason the tariffs were higher there. Do you see that with your shipments, things that are being shipped there and then turned around and come back to the United States ports?
At this stage, there's no reason for us to believe that that's actually happening.
Okay.
He's not going to admit that on TV. Come on now. Come on now. I don't think it'll be that. Tariffs didn't take place for very long, so I don't think it'll be that massive of an impact. But will altcoins rally as Ethereum climbs? Cryptocurrency markets have witnessed an intriguing week as Bitcoin price stabilizes around 103,000. In contrast, the rally seen in stock markets has started losing steam, leading to a deceleration in altcoin advancements. However, Ethereum, standing out with significant price upticks, offers hope for further gains that align with the forecasted projections, holding investors' anticipation. Can Ethereum drive altcoins higher? Michael Vandepop, they forgot to put the van in there, a well-known figure in the field, draws attention to Ethereum nearing a pivotal price point. He emphasizes that should the rally sustain its pace, altcoins could see a substantial rise. The prospect of a brief downturn presents a tactical buying opportunity with reaction levels around $2,233, potentially catalyzing movement beyond $3,400. How will Bitcoin influence market dynamics? Kyle has introduced a perspective on the potential disruption to long-term positions from predicted Bitcoin dips. Breaking the $100,000 threshold could adversely affect positions valued at $3.4 billion, posing challenges to investors. However, the resolution of a tariff conflict with impending agreements involving South Korea and Japan might alleviate some of the market stressors. Scott Melker offers insight into the current market ambiance, asserting that although it seems lackluster, this condition is ideal. Ethereum's consistent consolidation above its resistance points reveals inherent strength, promoting optimistic future expectations. This strategy, he contends, resembles a similar period experienced by Bitcoin's pre-crisis rally, hinting at potential for significant upward momentum. Considering recent data trends, institutional interest continues to grow as prominent corporate players engage with cryptocurrency. The RWA sector undergoes unexplored potential, reaching trillions the Ethereum network serving as a robust foundation, making it a sought-after asset among institutional entities. Scott Melker's statement, "Smart money accumulates in distress," emphasizes the market's cyclical nature, spotlighting why calculated patience often rewards participants during quieter phases, while less educated counterparts retreat. Take that into consideration, guys. What I just said. What did he just say? Right? He said, smart money accumulates during distress, while the less educated counterparts, which is retail, who are emotional, they retreat. They sell at the bottom, right? They panic. They freak out. They think, oh my God, its markets are never coming back up. Stupid. That is a stupid way to think, right? Get it out of your head if you think that way. Take it like a Harry Potter's wand and go, bang, flick it out of there, okay? Get rid of it. Because millionaires are made in red days, guys. That's what you have to understand. They're not made when everything's going parabolic and green. That's not when millionaires are made. They're made because those people were buying in the red, not freaking out and spazzing and, you know. Considering recent data trends, institutional interest continues to grow as prominent corporate players engage with cryptocurrency. RWA sector undergoes unexplored potential. Okay, I already read that part. I thought that was familiar. So the market remains on 10th hooks. Eyes glued to pivotal Ethereum moves and Bitcoin's influence on the broader cryptocurrency environment. As altcoin enthusiasts await further developments, the interplay between institutional participation and currency dynamics remains a focal point guiding potential growth trajectories. Let's go have a look at Ethereum's chart. Shall we? Let me just pull it up here. All right, so yes, here we are, guys. A little bit of consolidation for Ethereum here at this level would be healthy at this point on the daily time frame. We're using the 200-day SMA as resistance right now, which is fine. If we can consolidate here, maybe build a little bit of support, right? Build a little bit of a bull pennant or something, and then we make our next move to the upside on Ethereum. Let the RSI cool off a little bit. It's an overbought right now, 76.69. It's not terrible, but if you go to the weekly, and we've talked about this, Chris brought it up over on the Patreon. We're using the 30-day SMA as resistance here, but if you'll notice, the RSI is cooled off very, very nicely on the weekly time frame. So I don't think Ethereum is anywhere near done here, guys, on this move. So strap in for that. Ya boy, what's up, man? E equals M2. That's my smart message today. There you go, brother. There you go. I dig it. What's sad is that MIT students will look up to him because of the office he held. How many will? Well, I mean, I don't know, man. You know what? One could speculate that a lot of those MIT students might be in crypto and stuff like that, and they may hate him a lot. He may be getting a lot of hate in his classes over there after what he did, right? I'm glad Gary Gensler is gone. Hearing everybody talk bad about Gary gives me a complex. Totally unrelated, but has anyone seen the new head of WEF? No, I have not. I have not. Rod, hey bud, thank you for teaching me patience, man. Hey, no problem, brother. No problemo. Okay, guys. Well, listen, let's go back and look at the Bitcoin chart again. So what's going on over there? So yeah, just consolidation, guys. This is healthy. It gives Ethereum and the altcoins a chance to kind of move their way up and catch up to Bitcoin. So hopefully that's what we see. Today is a little bit of a DCA opportunity for a lot of you guys out there. I'm going to be doing some DCAing today. I know that. So yeah, but anyway, I got some one-on-one coaching calls I got to do over on the Patreon, guys. So if you want to get in on your coaching calls, if you need one-on-one personalized help, guys, get over to the Patreon. The link is down below. It's in the chat. It's in the description. It's in the pinned comments. We dropped 3 microcap gems last week. We're dropping 2 more this week, guys. Do not miss out on these projects. You want to get in early. That's where the real profit making is done, guys. Get over there. I'll see you guys on the Patreon. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.